Well, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Selwyn and I like video games. Personally, I love the PlayStation 3. I love that it's making a comeback and I really want to show off some appreciation to the games that I loved on this console growing up. So what I thought I would do is my top 10 PlayStation 3 games of all time. Now these are by no means the best PlayStation 3 games ever. These are just my personal top 10 PlayStation 3 games. So let's get into it. Okay, so I have a stack of 10 PlayStation 3 games here. But starting off at number 10 is this game right here. It is Dead Island for the PlayStation 3. Now what a cracker of a game. I had so much fun playing this when I was younger. It was probably past what I should have been playing at my age, but I don't know, I was playing it anyway. But Dead Island is awesome. If you don't know what it is a zombie game that you, back in the day, could co-op with your friends, and it is just so much fun. There is blood, gore, everything. You're basically roaming around on like a little island and you have to find different sort of weapons to fight with. Eventually you get guns, but it's really not based around the guns to start off with. But the different characters are awesome. And honestly, collectible wise, I think this game is super cool. I mean, look at the artwork for this. Got the Dead Island manual in here, which is so epic to see. Man, I loved the characters and the songs in this game, and it was honestly kind of scary. Like, I probably would have had this higher up if this didn't scare me so much as a kid. Honestly, such a cool game and really not that expensive to purchase either. This would honestly probably be $10 or less in Australia on the PS3, which is so sick for such a fun game. I do believe you can also get this on PS4 now, so probably not the best way to play it, but if you have a PS3, awesome game, and that's why it is my number 10. All right, so that was number 10, and now we're moving on to number 9, if I can get 9 fingers up. Number 9, and it is this game right here. You're probably not expecting it. It is Destiny for the PlayStation 3. Honestly, this game does cop more hate than I think it deserves. I know that the Destiny 2, for me personally, is nowhere near as good as the original Destiny. I remember this came out and I had so much fun. I don't even know if you can still play this because it is online only. But back in the day, I loved this game. And this game is super dirt cheap now. I believe it's so cheap, man. I think I picked this up for like $5 or less. But basically, you're a revived warrior and you pick one of your classes and you just have to hunt for better loot essentially, because that's what gets you better levels. There's awesome scenes in this game. There's such a cool story. There's cool characters. There's cool bosses to fight. It does get really repetitive, but honestly, I loved this game when I was younger. But let's take a look at it. There's probably a better way to play this now than PlayStation 3, but this is how I originally played it. I know Destiny 2 is a pretty huge game. I think a lot of people still play it. There's the inside of the case. We've got the expansion pass. It's got the old Dark Below and the House of Wolves. Now, I remember the Dark Below being such a scary mission and really hard, honestly. Some of them raid bosses were insane. We've got this cool gear up day one, which is really cool to see. It's got all the original like pamphlets in there, which I'm gonna try and put back in here. There's the disc, super cool, super awesome game, man. My favorite character, because there's Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. Honestly, my favorite is the Hunter. Golden Gun, man, is one of my favorite. I loved using snipers and the hand cannons. Man, show some love for Destiny in the comments because I loved this game. And that is why it is my number 9. Honestly, it was really hard to pick this order because I loved all these games. I tried to base it off the games that I actually really loved and would go back and play again today. There's so many PS3 games that I didn't put in this video that I easily could have. Let's hook into number 8. So number 8 is this game right here. It is Red Dead Redemption. Now this was in that video, the pickup that I did of PlayStation 3 games. What an amazing game. I cannot believe this came out on the PlayStation 3. The world in this is huge, and playing as like an outlaw back in the day with like the Deadeye ability, so cool being able to slow down time. I cannot believe that this came out on PlayStation 3. There's easily a better way to play this game now. I mean, it's got such cool characters, but I've seen this is on PlayStation 5 as well. You can buy a physical copy for PS4, which I've already done. I've been really tempted to check this out lately. I think this is what I'm going to go back and play, which is so cool because the story in this is really cool. And like I was saying, the characters, very memorable. And the gameplay also super fun. Honestly, such cool missions in this game. If we crack this open, really cool disc art right there. Look at that. We've got John Marsden, I believe that is. We've got this girl on the manual, which is really cool to see. If we flick through the manual, it's got the Deadeye right there, which is really cool. Honestly, it's really cool to look at a manual that's fully colored like this from PlayStation 3 days, which is really cool because, I mean, look at the gameplay there. There's a picture right there. The gun wheel, that's also really cool. But I love stuff like this, being able to check out like colored manuals. If you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 1, maybe you've played number 2. It also is an amazing game. Personally, I think number 2 is better. But for its time, Red Dead Redemption 1, amazing game. There's no way that I could not put this in my top 10, and that's why it's at number 7. But number 7, Red Dead Redemption, honestly could have been higher. Let's talk about number 6, and this is number 6 right here, Prototype. If you haven't played Prototype, it is an awesome game, an awesome story in this one where you play as a character who ends up with some really epic powers where his body like mutates into like a weird metal. There's a lot of slicing, a lot of gore. Honestly, awesome game. My favorite things about this were like the open world, the story is really dark, and the fact that you can just run around, turn into anybody with that like morphing ability, but also like super strength and climbing walls and running up buildings. If you haven't checked this out, I cannot believe this hasn't had like a recent remake or something. But you play as this guy, his name's Alex, that's him right there. Them claws are epic, by the way. And some of the missions in this and like the monsters you battle, it's actually quite hard. But a really cool map to explore. There is a number 2 of this as well that came out on PS3, but number 1 is still way better, I believe. Man, look at that disc art. That is so epic to see. Love this game so much. That blade there is probably my favorite weapon in the game. Let's take a little look at this manual. Is it colored? No, it is gray, but that is okay because this game is so cool. I just really wanted to show this off because I feel like this game doesn't get enough love. Like, honestly, where are the Prototype videos or people that want like a new Prototype game? This is such a cool game. The story and the abilities, I feel like this is also quite ahead of its time for what it is, which is an awesome PS3 game. There's no way, again, that I could leave this one out. That's number 6, Prototype for the PlayStation 3. Let's hook into number 5. I've got it right here. It is Borderlands 2. What an epic series. I recently played Borderlands 4 last year. Amazing game. I've been trying to platinum it. It's taken me such a long time though. But Borderlands 2 for me is where it all started. I did play the original Borderlands, but I didn't really click with me as much as number 2 did. I mean, look at this game. Look at the characters on the front there. My favorite is easily Zero. But man, the villains in this, the psycho characters, man, you can even play as a psycho in this one, which is really cool. A new era of shoot and loot. Honestly, number 2, so good. Number 3, so good as well. Number 4, probably not as good, I would say, just in my opinion. Let's crack this open, have a look. I mean, a cool art style in this game, really unique for back in the day. We've also got, if we take these out, a really cool inner artwork of Handsome Jack and the heroes down here, which is really cool to see. I love seeing them inner artworks as well. Let's put the disc back in. Some cool artwork on the disc. Let's have a little suss of the manual. A little bit of color. But yeah, again, really cool. This right here, man, awesome co-op game to play with your mates. I played so much of this with my friends back in the day. Super epic. And I cannot believe that number 4 just came out, because back in the day, if you wanted like a first-person shooter with like a cool upgrade skill tree with different characters, this is what would have been the one that I would point it out to you, and I still would point this out. Like, you could play this on a modern console and still have such a good time. Borderlands, everybody, awesome game. That's why it is my number 5. I said this was number 5, but this is actually my number 6. I'm sorry that I messed that up, but let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is a cracking game, Infamous for PlayStation 3. Now this is one that easily should have a remake or like another game. I mean, I know it's got Infamous Second Son and First Light, but they were nowhere near as good as this original Infamous game. I mean, come on, you play as Cole, he's got awesome electric abilities. You have to choose whether you want to be good or bad. It's just awesome. And the choices you have to make are actually really hard to make. I would go back and play this game in a heartbeat. In fact, I probably will eventually. It's just that good. You don't have to be a good guy, you can be a bad guy. The villains in this are awesome as well, which is really cool. I love a good villain in this game. But I mean, look at the artwork. Just hanging off a building with some lightning. A really cool one of him floating with his lightning. But also we have a really cool inner artwork of like the city getting destroyed. Really cool to see. I love seeing the inner artworks. Chuck that disc in there. Have a look, a little sus of the manual. No color in that one, but still some cool artwork on the front. This is another one like Prototype that I feel like, again, doesn't get as enough love as it should, because it's a similar game with like an open world setting, but this one is so much fun. Riding around on the rails with your electricity used to be one of my favorite things to do. Honestly, loved it. Again, another really inexpensive game. All of these games have not been very expensive at all, that you can pick up on PS3 and have a really good time. But yeah, Infamous, that's why it's on this list. Right, we are down to my final 4 PlayStation 3 games in the top 10 of my favorite PS3 games. Like I said, there was a lot I could have had in this. Let's jump into these. Number 4 is this game right here, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And yes, there's other Call of Duties on this console. There's Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, Black Ops 1, 2, 3, or actually, I don't know if 3 is on this console, but there's a lot of Call of Duties. This, for me, is my personal favorite, the one that I sunk the most time into and I played the most. And in personal opinion, it has the best story out of all of them. I mean, look at some of the stuff you can do in this game. In the snow, scuba diving. There's an awesome mission that I probably can't talk about or show in this video where you're in the airport. I'm sure everybody knows that mission. Let me know in the comments if you do know about that mission. But this is my favorite Call of Duty. My favorite by far. I loved playing online with my friends in this one. The FAMAS was easily my favorite gun. I have no idea why, but just was. And this is a super tidy copy that I have for my own collection. There's probably no color in this manual. No, not really. But a really cool artwork. Everybody has played COD, I'm sure of it. Like at least one of them. For me, I stopped playing COD at like Black Ops 4, I think. There's just too many. I cannot keep up with them. I know there's a modern version of this now, which is really cool, but I didn't really ever have a go of it. So for me, the PlayStation 3 version is where it is at. But honestly, awesome game, and by far my favorite Call of Duty. I know Black Ops has zombies, but for me, this is just the one I loved when I was younger. That is number 4, everybody. Another awesome game in this list. There's so many. I'm keen to show you my top 3, so let's get into it right now. Number 3, a game that I spent so long on, Assassin's Creed 2. Now, for its time, Assassin's Creed 2 was epic. I cannot believe that this came out back in that era. It is amazing. The story, the characters, the depth of this world, the world building, like all the influential historical characters that they brought to this game, and not to mention Ezio's story itself, is just by far the best Assassin's Creed game. Gameplay wise, it is also epic. There is a remastered version, I believe, for PS4 that you can buy physically, but on PS3, this game does not cost much. I think I picked this up for $10 Australian, which is absolutely awesome because, like, look at this. Live by the creed, seek vengeance, Ezio Auditore da Firenze. Such a good name, awesome character. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but in this, when you work with Leonardo da Vinci, they are some of my favorite missions that I've played in a game. Just incorporating him, but also like playing as an assassin. Man, what a good game. And if you're someone who hasn't checked out any of the older Assassin's Creed, I mean, you need to. This is a pinnacle and like such a good turning point for what games turned into and what they could be. Because back in the day, I swear there was not games that were like this until this one came out. But what an epic game. Something I couldn't leave off this list. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2, so awesome. That was number 3, and we're down to number 2. And this is one that came in that bundle of that video that I made that has a lot of views. But this is the game. It is The Last of Us for PS3. Again, there is definitely a better way to play this now. It's got a full remaster on PlayStation 5, which I have played through. But man, what an amazing game. This has easily the best story to a game that I have ever played. I play new games and I'm like, I'm waiting for another game that hits me like this one where I just could not put it down. And for me, even number 2 is really good. But this came out on PlayStation 3 and I remember playing this back in the day and it scared the absolute shit out of me. I remember playing this with my mate and being like, this is actually scary. But I just could not stop playing it because of how good the story is. I mean, look, there's the characters right there, Joel and Ellie, if you don't know who they are. But I'm sure most people have played this game. I mean, if there's anyone out there that hasn't played The Last of Us, you are missing out. Let's take a look inside this case. We've got an awesome manual with Joel and Ellie on there, a really cool, simple disc, but we also have an awesome inner artwork. I mean, look at that. You've got some humans, which honestly are probably more dangerous if you're in this world than the actual zombies, unless you get swarmed. But man, humans can do some nasty stuff as well. But there's Joel and Ellie. Awesome game. Like, honestly, epic, amazing game. Let's have a little look in this menu. There's a cool picture of a clicker. Really cool. But yeah, I just want to put this out there over and over because it is such an amazing game. Like, honestly, I am that keen. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a part 3, which is really cool. But just this, I could not leave this off this list. This would make my best video games of all time, especially with like the plot twist at the end of this. If you know, you know. What an awesome game, awesome music. The music as well, like before I finish talking, the music to this game is also so awesome. Like, it's music that you could listen to outside of the game. An awesome PlayStation 3 game. The Last of Us is the second best PlayStation 3 game of all time for me. But that is number 2. And that is all 9 other games that we've talked about in my best PlayStation 3 games, like my top 10 PlayStation 3 games of all times. The ones that I believe to be the best anyway. These are all games that you could easily go back and play. And man, I loved sharing them with you guys. I really am keen to show you number 1. Let's get into it. The best PlayStation 3 game that I have ever played. And it is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, I swear this game came out in like 2011. This game is so, well, it's not really that old, but it's like 15 years old at this point, which is absolutely insane. And to this day, you could still jump into this game and have an amazing time. But Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, I mean, I probably don't need to say much about this. Look at the pictures of the back there. That the dragons, the combat, the enemies, awesome. So much cool stuff to do. Let's have a look in this. The manual is awesome to see. The disc, and this does have a really cool, epic inner artwork. Look at that. Just Dovahkiin, the dragon, what's his name? The Dragonborn shouting into the mountain. Awesome to see. Let's have a little look at this manual. I'm certain that this has a color manual. Yes, we've got some stuff that you can do in the game. Amazing. There's the skills. Awesome to see. I'm gonna chuck that back in there. But this is such an amazing game. I could not tell you how many hours I've put into this. I mean, I started playing it on PS3 and now I've played it for PS4. I played on PS5 and I still jump back into this game whenever I just feel like I've got nothing else that I really want to check out. But if you have a PS3 and you're looking for something that is relatively cheap to pick up, I believe this would be under $20 Australian. It probably is cheaper in the US too and the UK. There's just so many copies of this because it is such an awesome game. And I love showing this game off because I have had so many cool adventures throughout this game. This is another one too that has awesome music. Like, both of these have amazing soundtracks, which is really cool in a game. Like, because I feel like soundtracks weren't as important back in the day, but yeah, this has an amazing one. There you have it. This is my favorite PlayStation 3 game of all time. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, awesome game, absolutely amazing. There you go, my top 10 PlayStation 3 games of all time. But let me know what you think. Are these on your list, or is there a game that I've missed that you would put in this list as well. Let me know in the comments, put it down there. I'd love to see what people think and whether you would add a different game. PS3 is honestly one of my favorite consoles. It's like the console where I actually started to get into gaming a bit more. I still couldn't buy every game, so I did miss a lot of PS3 games because I was quite young. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in another video. See ya. And I cannot have a video without this dog. Look at him. I just want to ask you, Blazer, like, do you like PlayStation 3? Or is there a better console? Because I might make videos like this of other consoles games I was thinking. So I just wanted to get little Blazer's opinion, but he probably doesn't really care that much. But awesome to have him in a video. So yeah, yeah, I guess I'll put him. Bye bye. Say goodbye. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye.